Hey, great morning. How y'all doing? You are now live. You are on the clock with Doc with the morning motivation show. How y'all feeling this morning, man? I've been over here kind of chilling with my youth, my TikTok fam. We be jamming. You feel me? Got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We here, man. I'm on all platforms. I come to bring it to you every morning, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. Free morning motivation live. It's going, hey, appreciate you, Victoria Nash. How you feeling, baby? What's going down? You up in here with your BOY. What's up with it, man? How y'all feeling this morning? Huh? I feel pretty good. I'm not going to eat much loud, man. I'm blessed. All is well. I won't complain. Everything ain't what I want it to be, but it's everything it need to be, so I'm not going to complain. You feel me? Yes, man. How you doing? Absolutely, man. Say, listen. So I've been, over the last couple of weeks, I've been staying consistent with my going live, making sure I'm going live, even sometimes when I don't even feel like it. I still do what I got to do, because I've realized that each and every person who has discovered that they have a gift and a talent, that they have something very, very valuable inside of them, you have an audience that's out there waiting on you to show up. You got an audience, man. You got a whole audience of people waiting for you to show up, right? And when you start showing up and doing what you're supposed to do in your sphere of influence, using what the creator has given you, your audience gonna start showing up, man. And when your audience starts showing up, right? When your audience starts showing up, people are gonna be coming in. They're gonna be supporting you. They're gonna be doing all the things that needs to be done because they see something in you that's helping them unlock something in them, right? You got to understand, man, we all on this earth to help each other, man, to help each other grow, to help each other find better ways of doing things, to help us all be a part of the big picture, right? And so, man, I just want to motivate y'all and encourage y'all this morning that, everything that you truly believe that you can do, right? Everything that you believe that you can do, you just got to keep on grinding and putting in the work towards what you want, right? So this morning, I want to talk to y'all about truly understanding how powerful the choices that we make in our life actually either help us or hurt us. And one thing I tell the kids when I be talking to them and I be going to them and this is one thing that I always tell them. The choices that you make today will have a direct influence on your life tomorrow, whether those choices are good choices or those choices are bad choices. And at the end of the day, ultimately, no matter how much you're being persuaded, no matter how much people are pushing you or forcing you to try to, you got the power to make the choice that you want to make, right? A lot of time we make choices based on how we feel somebody else gonna feel about it. We make choices based on what we think somebody else might think about it. Not realizing we got to start making choices by what is based on, is it gonna help us get to where we need to get? Is it gonna help us help somebody else who may need our help? Is it gonna help us put us in the vicinity of the area where we trying to go in life? Because I'm going to tell you, and I tell people this, man, a lot of times people just jump on my page, right? And they'll catch me in the middle of a sentence. They'll catch me right at the end of a sentence or something like that. And they'll jump on and they think I'm just yapping, just talking about nothing, right? You feel me? Now realizing, I'm talking about a whole lot of stuff, because once a person truly understands where I come from and what I've been through, then they'll understand I made a bunch of bad choices in my life, right? I've been to the penitentiary 3 times. My biological father got murdered when I was 6 months old. In 1985, my mama got addicted to crack cocaine, right? My grandma made us come live with us when we were about 7 years old. By the age of 11, I became a product of my environment, following my big brother, 2 of my cousins, and my uncle. They all in the streets hustling. My grandma stay in the middle of the hood, right? Got a big old house in the middle of the hood with about 5 of us living with her. She the only one working. By the age of 13, I thought I was going to rap, smoke weed, and hustle for the rest of my life. I dropped out of school. My grandma working 2 jobs. She can't always watch us, so she doing what she got to do to make sure the lights on, food in the house, clean clothes. So she not really there. She gone from 5 in the morning till almost 11:30 at night. When she leave, I'm not even woke. Whenever she get there, I'm already asleep. So I'm barely really seeing her except for on the weekends, right? When I ain't going to school. But I said all that to say, I grew up like a whole bunch of people grew up with only your grandma back then and doing what she had to do because mama doing this, daddy not in the picture. My biological father got murdered, right? And just being around all of that, growing up in that area, in that vicinity, I started seeing a lot of what was going on, and I started taking that on. A lot of people call it becoming a product of your environment. And I started taking a whole lot of that on because this is all that I see. This is all that I know. So I'm thinking that this is all that life is all about. So I got to become the best at that as I can. So I'm grinding. I'm hustling. I'm doing all these things, right? Next thing you know, I started getting in trouble. Started going to the penitentiary. Instead of me in the penitentiary trying to figure out what's up, crazy creation, instead of me in the penitentiary trying to figure out how I can change my life, how I can do something different, I'm in there trying to think about how I can become a smarter criminal. Man, I knew I shouldn't have went to so-and-so in them house. If I wouldn't have went over there, then this, man, I ain't messing with them no more. I'm telling you, man. Right? Get out the penitentiary the first time. Oh, and real quick, is it in here? Where my book at? I got a book, man. Y'all gotta check me out. Where my book at? Come on, where you at? Where you at? Oh, here we go. Look, man, I got a link to my book in my bio, man. Y'all gotta check me out, man. All them stories that I be telling, when I be telling them stories, they in my book, man. So you need to check that out, right? Y'all too, man. Go get my book. Go order my book. Link in my bio. So I started getting in a lot of trouble. And when me getting in all this trouble, I really truly felt like, you know, this is gonna be life. And so that's what I did. And I continually made a lot of bad choices that continually ended me in a lot of bad places. And so what we got to do is we got to start looking. Hold up. Bless you. Thank you. What we got to start truly doing is looking at some of the choices that we making, looking at where we at in our life right now. Think about some of the choices that we're currently making. Think about some of the choices that we actually made and see if they line up. See if they actually show and paint the picture of why we're where we're at because of some of the choices that we made. And guess what? Some of those choices that we make, they can be so detrimental that it actually take years to get out of, to dig yourself out of that, man. It take years for you to dig up out of that. I was trying to say I had a restriction. It's crazy. So, bless you. So, in that, we start making a lot of bad choices in our life, man. We start doing a lot of things that actually hurt us. And if you not really like at a point where you strong enough, mentally strong enough in your mind, you'll continually be around a lot of things that we know ain't beneficial, that ain't gonna get us nowhere in life, and we continually stay around them. Instead of figuring out what we need to do to get us away from where we at, believing in ourselves, knowing that we got a superpower in us that can do some amazingly great thing, right? And we got to continually just keep putting in the work, man. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm going through it. I'm going through it, right? But a lot of people, they can only see what's on the outside, right? Because I don't wear it on my face. I don't wear a lot of emotions on my shoulders. Like when I'm going through a lot of stuff that I'm going through, hey man, say, listen, this me and God, and I'm going to just keep putting in the work. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep doing what I feel like I know that I need to do to help me get to where I feel like I need to go. I'm going to just keep on putting one foot in front of the other. And eventually it has to happen or it has to happen, right? And so I've realized that the more I continually make the choice of not quitting and not giving up and realizing it's not going to always be easy. What I got going on and where I want to go in my life and the things that I want to accomplish, right? Coming from where I come from, it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be, I didn't have a lot of role models doing the positive thing, telling me to go graduate, make sure I get as much education as I can so I can go off to somewhere, school, get more knowledge, get more connections, right? You think about it, man, a lot of times when these people go off to these colleges and they meet people from all across the world, these be connections that they have, lifelong connections. Like a lot of times people go off and they'll move from these little small cities and then they'll go off to college in a big city. Next thing you know, they stay there. And then they just come back to the little city to visit. And all of that boils down to a choice that they made, right? But a lot of times, sometimes people don't have those opportunities to leave from a small city, right? And go venture off because you made some choices that weren't so beneficial to you in the time being. And so now you don't have the opportunity to go to a prestige college and do all of these great things. You feel me? Because really going to school and all that is the last thing on your mind, right? And so you gotta sometimes, a lot of times, right? We see people who come from nothing, never had nothing, never been around nobody that really had nothing, right? And they just work until they can't work no more because that's all they've ever saw. They don't really own anything. They rent everything. And listen, man, I'm not talking down on anybody or none of that. All I'm saying is right, who come from where I come from, want to stand in front of you and tell you that you have something amazing inside of you, man. You got something inside of you that the Creator has placed inside of you strategically and intentionally for a day such as this. And if you can discover what that thing is, right, figure out what it is, how to use it, then make the choice, right, to start cultivating that gift that the Creator placed inside of you, and then go find a need in the earth that need what you got, right? And then you'll realize as you're doing this, there are people that are going to see what you're doing and they're going to relate to you. And then they're going to realize that they need what you got. Because if you just think about it, right? Let me just get a little biblical for you real quick. If you just think about it, think about all the people on the earth, all the needs that these people got on the earth, right? And then God said, okay, so now I know all the needs that's going to be on the earth. Let me equip a bunch of people with a bunch of gifts and talents that'll be able to meet the needs of the people that's going to be needing this one day, right? We look around and we see so many needs in the world, right? We see so many homeless people and all of this and that, not realizing the reason we see so many needs in the earth is because so many people sitting on their gift. You know, if everybody realized the gift that they had, how the gift was used, found out where they can go and use the gift, then made the choice to pull up and start going and use the gift, man, do you know how different the world would look? Right? But that's why we see people and we call them stars, like the LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, the Tom Brady, all these great people that discovered their gift, found out how to use it, found out where they could use it, and then found out that it was people paying for what they do. They got people that are chefs. That is their gift, and they get paid good money to go and cook prestige meals for some of the greatest people you will ever think about. Now, let me tell you this. God is no respecter of a person, right? And so if he's equipped them with something that they can go and do something great with, if he ain't no respecter of a person, then you got something too. You got something too, right? And that's one thing that I kind of discovered, man. I realized that I started learning that not only do I like to speak, I know how to speak, right? And it's not very hard for me, and it's easy for me to do. I can get up in front of a crowd of I don't care how many people, and I'm gonna let it come out just how he give it to me, right? And I truly didn't realize that there was a market for that until 2016. I was going through one of the hardest times in my life, 2016. I was in World's Gym working out, listening to Pandora, right? Listening to Pandora. Eric Thomas, 4 minutes, 38 seconds came on. The most powerful message I ever heard, right? Matter of fact, I would listen, honest to God, true. I would be doing y'all a disservice. I would be doing y'all a disservice if I didn't play it for you. Yes, I would. I would be a disservice to you as a live host. Yeah, I would be doing a disservice to you. So look, I'm in the gym working out, right? I hear this message come on, and I kind of start listening to it while I'm still kind of working out, and something hit me, and I stopped working out, and I went back to replay it. And when I went back to replay it, look,
to succeed as fast as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
I want y'all to experience what I experienced. Just listen.
There are those of you who don't understand the power of your why, and what I need you to do for me is that when you make your moves on a daily basis, I don't need you to make them with you on your brain. Because if you're thinking about you might quit. Or if you're thinking about you might give me 80%. Right? If you're thinking about you, like for real, you on you selfish. Like for real, some of y'all, you go to work and you like, I don't feel like going to work. And the reason why you don't feel like going to work is you on you. So you cannot want to go to work. And then when you go, you like for real, this is what people don't realize. We didn't blow up because of what we do. We blow up because of the passion in which we do what we do. You understand? Like, all we do is free videos on YouTube. That's it. But the passion in which we do free, you're not going to get people to do it the way we do it that's getting paid. We're not getting paid no money, but we bringing it. Look, 8 years we've been bringing it. You got Secret to Success video, the Guru went viral. You got What's Your Why that went viral. You got the St. Louis boy that went viral. Are you hearing me? Greatness is a party that went, come on. It's for free, but we do it with passion. So you're going to work with an attitude, and you don't get it. You're so selfish that you can go with an attitude because you're not thinking about the people behind you. The reason why you saying no to stuff, the reason why you pushing the snooze button, the reason why you still going to work tripping, the reason why you ain't blow up is because you still on 70%. You still on 60%. You want to know why the world's passing you up? Because whatever you do for a living, you barely doing it. You coming and you don't want to be there. You're not bringing the fire. You're not bringing the passion. You're not bringing the heat. And the reason why you're not bringing it is because you're thinking about you. You have not blown up because you're so self-centered. It's always about you. You're so conceited. You're so arrogant. Your whole life is about you. And that's why you haven't gone nowhere. And when you learn to think about somebody else, how what you do affects, how your sleeping in the bed affects somebody else's life. How you hitting the snooze button is affecting somebody else's life. How you being lazy. She got to walk past you to go to work. You still on that? Your mama got to get up and go to work to provide for you. My mama worked for me. I created a job so when my mom finished working, when she retired from where she didn't want to be, she can now do what she liked to do and get paid for it. Come on. I need you to finish this year up strong so I can get the real you in 2017. We tired of this 60% you. We tired of this crying you, this complaining you. We tired of this version. Greatness is in you. You are here. You have been blessed by the Creator to be on the earth. You here. Leave your doggone mark. You here. He blessed you to be here. Do something. So whatever you got to do, you do it. But I'm not about to compromise because you're inflicting pain. And there are those of you, you were this close, but you compromised. You let your feelings get the best of you. You compromised. You let your anger make you say something that you didn't really want to say. You let the fact that you was lonely. You got lonely. You did stuff that you know you probably wouldn't do. Some of you have sold your greatness and your destiny for a couple dollars. And what I'm doing now, I was doing 20 years ago, and I have not been. I didn't break. So what? You don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So what? You don't see my greatness. So what? You don't understand how I do what I do. This is what I've been called to. And you let a little pain stop you from your dream. Girl, you was there. You was running your business. You was there. And your mama didn't like the fact that you was doing it. Your mama didn't understand. And you let your mama in your ear. Like it was your mama's dream. You let your daddy talk you out of it. That was yours. That was something the Creator gave to you. That belonged to you. My mother never understood, but she working for me now. I didn't quit because people didn't understand. I worked harder, but people didn't support me. We never stopped. I wake up every single day, and I will prove to the world that I was here. I made my mark. I was here, and you can't take that away from me. I told you if I die today, you cannot take away the fact that Eric Thomas was here.
Listen, man. Listen. When I tell you, after listening to that video right there, listening to that, when I looked down, it was a puddle of tears. It was a puddle of tears on the ground. And there was a fire burning in my heart so bad because I had never heard nobody do that. Everybody was trying to make me a preacher. I didn't want to be a preacher, but I knew I wanted to talk, right? And so, what's up, JD? Outlaw? So I knew that that's something I wanted to do. I stopped working out right there and I went home and I looked him up and I started following him. I started listening to all this stuff and I realized I can do that. I can do that right there. And that's what motivated me to become a motivational speaker. And then I started realizing, oh, okay, he got a story. He been through something. And then I started thinking about my story. And that's what made me finish my book. When I finished my book, so look, man, y'all go look, man, my book in my bio, man. All the stories that I be talking about and all of that, it's real life, man. This is real. The only thing different in this book is some of the people's names. They not the real names of the people that was in there because some of them people still out there doing what they was doing back then. You feel me? And so I realized I can do that. And then that's when I started changing my outlook on life. The way I started thinking about stuff, I started realizing that God gave me a gift and a talent, and it's not just for me. It's for the people that's around me in my sphere of influence. It's for the people that's behind me, my kids, my grandkids, grandkids, if the Lord let me see that. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's when I started equipping myself, started getting the knowledge and the understanding about life. I started getting around other people who are where I am going to be one day. And I started picking up from them. I started learning from them, started getting knowledge from them, and started realizing, man, say, listen, I can do it too. And then that's what gave me the motivation to realize that the only way that I will lose is if I quit. That's it. Because you got to understand, every day is just a different learning experience that you can take with you along the journey. Every experience that you get to learn along the journey is almost like a little tool that you get to put in the tool belt. And you got all these different experiences in your tool belt of what you've been through in life. And when something come up that you just don't know, you start looking in your tool belt and you start realizing, hey, I've been through a situation like this. Or I remember I was talking to a buddy and he been through a situation like this. You feel me? Experience is the best teacher we gonna ever have. And so when I started learning that, you know what? I'm going to use my experience and let my experiences continually guide me through life, continually understand that I got to go through those things that I went through back there. It's a lot of people that didn't make it through that didn't get to live to tell about it, or it got too hard for them and they quit and they gave up. And so it's some things that I got to learn in life that a lot of people are going to have to pay for one day. Right? And it's not that I'm going to be selling it to them, like putting it on display. Hey, you got to come buy this. Nah, they just going to love it so much that they're going to want to pay for it because it's going to be things that's going to help them get to the next level in life and believe in themselves, because it all starts with you and what you believe, man. And that's why I tell people it's all about the choices that you make. What's up, mate? It's all about the choices that you make, man. You got to realize at the end of the day, God is no respecter of a person. And the same thing that he put inside of those people that we look at and we call them greats, we look at them as celebrities and people who do amazing things. Names are still being brought up through history, even though they died back in 1912. Because they did something amazing that the world will always talk about. The same thing that God put inside of them, he got inside of you too. But have you discovered it? Have you figured it out? Are you doing the things you need to do to dig up the gold in your life and go get it appraised? That was a metaphor. But you feel what I'm saying? Every one of us got diamonds in our life, man, but they down inside the coal. We got to go dig them out and we got to make them shine. And the thing is, you can do it because guess what? You've been doing it all of your life. What is that thing that you like to do that you do whenever you know you comfortable? You'll do it even if you didn't get paid to do it, but you love to do it and it is attached to helping somebody else in the earth. What is that thing, man? Do you like to volunteer? Do you like to cook meals? What you like to do? You like to buy gifts and, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you like to do, I know God can use it. And then once we start discovering our greatness inside, because I'm telling you, man, listen, a lot of times the reason that we see the kids of these greats grow up to be great, something like them, is because they've witnessed it. They've saw it. They've been able to be around it, right? And then you have other people who always knew, even since they was little, that they was different. I always knew I was different. I used to hear things that other people didn't hear, and they thought I was crazy. I used to see things that other people didn't see. They still thought I was crazy. But a lot of those things that I used to hear and see, they used to give me a heads up. And I used to move around. Like, it's been a couple times that I've been places and I got a visual that something was finna happen. And I just leave. 2-3 hours later, I hear the laws kicked in or the house got shot up or something. And I'd be like, man, something told me to leave. And then I started realizing, right? It ain't something told me. It's the Spirit of God that lives inside of us, that's always connected to us, that's always talking. And when we can quiet the noise on the outside, we can hear the little small, still voice on the inside, man. He always communicating to us. He'll never let us be surprised by nothing. He will never leave us nor forsake. I'm telling you. And once you truly tap into your greatness and what you got, you're going to be hell on wheels, man. It ain't going to, at some point, when you discover what you got, right? When you figure out how to use it, and then when you figure out where to use it at, the only way that you can lose after that is if you decide not to do it anymore and you just give up and quit. But if you just keep on putting in the work, making the choice every day and realize that your choice is your destiny, right? Your choice is your destiny. And you got to believe without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to be able to make it and do the things that you truly want to do in this life, man. Yeah. And so this morning, man, I just want to tell y'all again, thank y'all for tapping in with me, man, coming through like y'all do, man. It mean the world to me, man. I promise you it do, man, because at the end of the day, time is the most valuable asset that anybody going to ever possess in this life. And when somebody gives you their time, they basically saying, hey, I'm giving you something that I can never get back. So I pray that you do the right thing with it. So I pray that every time you get on here, man, I give you something that you're able to take with you, back with you, think about, maybe something that you was already going through that I hit right, a nail right on the head, or it may be something that you done been through, or something you finna get ready to go through that the Lord know you finna get ready to go through, and he giving you a word right now. So when you get ready to go through it, you can say, you know what? Uncle Doc just said that the other day. You feel me? So I don't know how it's going to come, but I tell you this. If you just continually stay intentional, continually believe in what you believe in, continually believe in you and what you believe in, and desire to dream, right? Desire to dream and dream big, right? Dream big. What's up, Monica? Continually dream big and believe that you can do it, man. And you got to understand at some point, it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. A lot of times it don't happen is because deep down inside, we don't really believe it can happen, man. We don't really believe it can happen. But when you throw all your eggs in the basket and say, hey, I'm betting on me this time, that's when it's going to happen for you. And it's going to happen in the face of all the people that thought it couldn't happen for you. Right? So, man, I'm going to just pray for you right now, man, and we're going to get out of here, man. Lord, thank you again. Thank you for everything you've done, doing, and are going to do in our lives. Continually open our eyes of understanding, continually show us who we are and the great things that you are calling us to do, God. We know that you can do all things. The only thing you cannot do is fail. So we want to say thank you, and in the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen, amen, amen. Hey, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I love y'all, man. Y'all be blessed, all right?